Hello students, welcome to the SketchUp 8 tutorial on 3D solids and 2D nets. Today we are going to draw a cube and open that solid up to reveal its two-dimensional net. Let's open SketchUp 8. Before we begin, let's immediately save this file. Let's go up to the File menu and choose Save As. When we save in SketchUp 8, you have to change this directory to your student number. In the Save In window, click the down arrow, look for your student number and click on it, or you can look for your student number down the left-hand side and click on it. All right, for the file name, I want you to erase untitled, and I want you to type in cube, and then hit save. Okay, let's use the magnifying glass or the zoom tool. And let's zoom in towards the girl's feet. Not at the origin this time, but towards the girl's feet. So if I drew my shape right at the origin, when I open it up to reveal its net, I'm going to run into the girl's feet. So what I want to do is I want to start a little bit away from where she's standing. So let's click on the rectangle tool. And what I want to do is I want to draw it in front of her, and I want to start on that red origin line. Click once and start pulling out your rectangle, but do not click a second time. I want you to type in 30 cm, comma, space, 30 cm. Now, if you didn't get that, look in the bottom right-hand corner of my video screen and you'll see the dimensions I want you to type in. 30 cm, comma, space, 30 cm. And then hit Enter on your keyboard. So that will create a square on the ground 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters. All right, let's give a third dimension or some height to this square. So let's click on the Push-Pull tool from the top menu bar. Let's click on our square and start pulling upwards, but do not click a second time. Then I want you to type in 30 cm and then hit Enter. 30 cm and then hit Enter. So that will set the height at exactly 30 centimeters. So now we should have a perfect cube, 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters. Okay, so let's label the sides. So let's go up to the camera menu and choose standard views and then choose front. So what I want to do is I want to be looking at this cube directly from the front side. All right, we need to have this second toolbar down the left-hand side. So if you don't have it, I'm going to show you how to activate it. Go up to View, and then Toolbars, and then you need to have a check mark beside the Large Tool Set. So if you don't have it, please click on Large Tool Set. Okay, so on the Large Tool Set, we're going to need this tool right here, the 3D Text tool. So click on the 3D Text tool. This window should pop up. So where it says enter text, I want you to type in front. Now I'm using font called Arial Narrow because it's a very narrow font. I've changed it to bold so it stands out a bit. And what I want to do is I want to set the height at 4 centimeters. Actually, let's make it 3 centimeters. For extruded, I want you to leave it at 0.00. Now, if it's not set at 0.00, could you please type in 0.00? And then click Place. Now, you'll find that now you are in control of that 3D text. So I want you to place it in the center of that square and then click to paste it to the front of that side. Now, if I zoom in a little bit, I can get a better look at what that looks like. All right, so what I want to do is I want to repeat it for all of the sides. So I'm going to use the Orbit tool. I'm going to spin around so I'm looking at it from the side. I'm going to click on the 3D Text tool. And this time I'm going to type in side. Now it will remember all of the settings I used in the previous 3D Text tool. So it will remember my font, it will remember bold, it will remember the height, and it will remember extruded. So now all you have to do is click place and place it in the middle of that side. Click to glue it on there. All right, let's use the orbit tool and orbit to the back. I'm going to click on 3D text tool. I'm going to type in back. I'm going to leave everything else the same. And I'm going to click place. And I'm going to try to get it in the center of that side and click to paste it on. All right, let's rotate around. Let's not go too far because then the girl's legs will get in the way. I'm going to click on 3D text. I'm going to type in side. I'm going to leave everything else the same. Click place. And I'm going to paste it on the side here. Okay, I'm going to use the orbit tool. And now I'm going to orbit around to the top. I'm going to click 3D text tool. And I'm going to type in top. Click place. And I'm going to try to put it in the center of that face and click to paste it. And I have one more side, and that's the bottom. So I'm going to use the orbit tool, rotate all the way underneath it, click 3D text tool, type in bottom, and then click place. And I'm going to place it here. Don't worry if it looks like it's upside down, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to orbit now back to the front. All right, now's a good time to save. So let's go to File, Save. Okay, the next step is we're going to create groups. So I'm going to explain what that means. A group is where we highlight multiple objects at one time so that when we move something or when we do something, they all act as one. So, simple technique here. I want you to go to the top left-hand corner and click on the selection arrow tool or the pointer arrow. Click on it. I want you to click on the front face here, the front face of your cube. Now you see that the face is highlighted. Now on your keyboard, I want you to look in the bottom left-hand corner for the control key, CTRL. And I need you to hold that control key down until I say let go. So hold the control key now, and you'll notice that a plus sign is now added to your cursor or your pointer arrow. So this is going to allow us to activate or to highlight several objects at once. So hold the control key and click on the text for front. Hold the control key, don't let go, and then I want you to click on the 4 edges that surround that face, all the while holding the control key. Now let go of the control key. So let's review what we've done. We've highlighted the front face, we highlighted the text lettering, and we highlighted the 4 edges surrounding that front face. So now that they're all highlighted, I need you to right click on your mouse, right mouse click, and choose Make Group. Okay, click on Make Group. All right, so now that entire front face, including the lettering and the edges, are all one group. So now that we've gone through how to do that once, let's repeat it for all the sides. So let's use the orbit tool and spin around. All right, let's reset this again. So click on the selection arrow tool, first step. Next, click on the side face. Hold the control key, click on the lettering, and then click on the 4 edges that surround the face, all the while holding the control key. Then let go of the control key. Right click on the face, right mouse click on the face, and choose Make Group. All right, we've got 2 of the sides done. Let's orbit and spin towards the back. Let's change tools to the selection arrow tool. Let's click on the back face, hold the control key, click on the lettering, and then click on the 4 edges. Let go of the control key, right click, and choose Make Group. Let's orbit around to the side, the second side, the left side. Let's change tools, click on the face, hold control, click on the lettering, click on the 4 sides, and then right click, Make Group. Now I want to orbit towards the top so I can look at the top of my cube. Let's pan, and I'm going to do the same thing. All right, now that you finished the top, you might be thinking, well, I've got to do one more group, the bottom. And you would be right. However, we're actually not going to move the bottom. The bottom face is always going to be on the ground, so we actually don't have to create a group. But you can if you want to. It doesn't hurt. Okay, so I'm going to orbit around to the front, kind of looking at it at an angle where I can see some of the side and some of the top. And I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. I want to give myself some room here. Okay, I'm actually going to pan this way. What I want to do is I want to see some of the ground in front of the box. All right, so the most important part is coming now. All right, so let's click on the selection arrow tool and let's click on the front face. So I want to activate the front face. All right, so this is probably the trickiest part, but we'll get a lot of practice at it. So from the top toolbar, let's click on the rotate tool. Okay, the rotate tool has the two spinning red arrows. All right, let's click on it. So what I want to do is, you'll see that it looks like a protractor. So what I want to do is I want to position the center of the rotate tool on this vertex, and it will say end pointing group. I want to hold the mouse button down, hold it down, do not let go, and I want you to slide across the ground to the opposite vertex here where it says end pointing group, and then let go of the mouse at this point. Okay, now that was very important, or else this is not going to work. All right, now what I want you to do is I want you to click once on the front face and then pull the mouse down towards you, and you'll see that that face will come all the way down. Okay, and it's going to be tricky. You need to kind of judge whether or not it's on the ground. You'll see this kind of gray arrow, this ghosted arrow, and it will line up to the side of the box. So click again to stop the rotation. And then what we want to make sure is we want to rotate it so that we know that it's sitting flat on the ground. You see how that's sitting flat on the ground? Okay, so like I said, we'll get lots of practice at this. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to explain it in full. If it didn't work, just rewind and go back and you'll get it. Okay, so I'm going to change tools to the selection arrow tool. I'm going to click on the side face. Then I'm going to click on the rotate tool. I'm going to start on the left bottom point and I'm going to click and hold the mouse. Very important that you hold the mouse. I'm going to slide along the ground till I get to the opposite vertex, position it perfectly, and then let go of my mouse. Then I'm going to click on this face on the side where it says on face in group, click on it and then pull downwards. And then when I think I've got it lined up with the ground, I'm going to click my mouse again. Okay, let's have a look. Make sure that that is flat on the ground. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm going to rotate around to the back. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to change tools to the selection arrow tool. I'm going to click on the back face. I'm going to click on the rotate tool, go to the bottom right hand vertex, click and hold the mouse, slide across the ground to the opposite vertex, position it perfectly, and then let go of my mouse button. Then click on the face where it says on face in group, click on it and then pull it downwards, and then click to place it on the ground. Okay, so we're almost done. Now we've got this situation here. Now if we were to repeat our steps and pull this side down, then we would have the top floating in air, and then we wouldn't know what to do with it. So we've got to do something a little bit different for these last two sides. So let's click on the selection arrow tool, and what I want you to do is click on the side and then hold the control key, you know how to do that, and click on the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate both of these sides at the same time. We're going to create like a mini group here. All right, let's click on the rotation tool, the rotate tool. Let's start in the bottom right hand vertex, click and hold, slide across the ground, go to the opposite vertex, position it, and then let go. Then click on the side and pull that down. Let it hit the ground and hit and click. All right, now we have to pull the top down. So let's click on the selection arrow tool, Let's click on the top and let's rotate that last side. Hopefully you're getting really good at this rotation now. There we go. So that is what a cube looks like when we open it up to reveal its net. All the sides are labeled and you see that it is just a matter of 6 squares kind of pasted together. Okay, this concludes this video tutorial on how to draw a cube and its net. Please call Mr. Ueda over to show him your project. Let's save one more time. And thanks for watching. Bye.